Based After Dark.
Don't skip, we have some news for you because we have recently reworked our entire podcast format. We will still be conducting one normal podcast a week, but now Tier 1 patrons will have access to a weekly exclusive Patreon podcast that's going to be even more based and more after dark. We've also updated our other tiers to include perks that allow you to directly interact with the podcast and influence the topics that we speak about. The Patreon will be linked in the description below.
Welcome to Based After Dark, Season 2, Episode 2. I hope you guys like the new format. We've changed a couple things up since last week. And, today we have on some of our usual guests, Ms. Zoe Pancakes, Mr. Prison Joe, Mr. T. Papa Slice, myself, Ignoble Solid. Tasty Life is out in Croatia doing cocaine and other fun things. And today, instead, we have Mr. Hamzy and Nine Rain, our favorite other Based After Dark podcasters. Welcome, guys.
Where the fuck were you last week, Nine Rain? Where are you at?
Yeah.
I was busy. Something came up. Seth.
Tell me you're going to tell the story. It's a pretty good story.
I'll tell the story. It's a good story.
Okay.
We
So
called you multiple times. Zoe called you multiple times. We Discord added
felt
you.
really bad.
For the record, he did message me after and explain the situation, and I laughed so hard.
I
Really?
felt
I
really
said,
bad.
you know what? That's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, does everyone else
I
not
didn't
know
tell
why?
anyone.
We have no idea.
Wait, really?
No.
Nobody knows
we're
why?
still-
Yeah,
We're still mad at you.
Yeah,
Oh.
because you didn't put it in the Discord. Why? You just didn't show up.
Oh, I don't
That's
know.
why
I
we
just
were
told
wondering,
Zoe,
bro.
so I thought.
Hamzy brought us permission slip, okay?
No, I was saving the story for the podcast.
Okay, cool, fine.
Very
fine.
smart.
Okay. God, well now I feel like I'm like explaining myself to you guys, but I'll just tell the story. So, I was chilling, and my girlfriend went to a neighbor's house to go pick up some cucumbers. We use like Facebook Marketplace, so sometimes we'll like make some bread for some neighbors. They give us some produce, vice versa. Trying to like meet the neighbors, be kind of like good people in the neighborhood. So she went over to this guy's house to get some cucumbers, and came back with like a dozen and a little baggie with some little gummy guys in it. And so we thought it would be kind of fun. So this was a couple days before the pod. So she's kind of been, like elbowing me for a couple days, like, hey, you want to, like pop one of these? And I was like, finally, okay. It was podcast
heroin,
day,
right,
so
that you were taking?
like Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay.
Hard
Just making
shit.
sure.
I look at my watch. I'm like, okay, we got 3 hours till the podcast. I've never done
Oh,
edibles.
no.
Bro.
So
Oh, no.
I feel like let me just go ahead. And neither had she. So we thought that would be well, we did. I don't know what we thought. So we cut one of those little gummies in half. They're homemade, so we have no idea. I mean, this guy, she told me that he said that they were kind of light, but I'm thinking like the kind of guy to be making his own gummies at home, like light might not be light. So we cut one of these bad boys in half. And I don't know, maybe 30 minutes goes by. She's like, I don't feel anything. I'm like, I don't know if we're supposed to feel anything.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right? See, T-Papa knows. And so we're like, all right, we'll give it a little bit more time. On the hour, if we're not feeling it, we'll take another half.
Oh, no. You never take the other half.
That's what I said.
Bro.
That's what I looked her dead in the eyes and I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to do more. These are edibles. And I was like, every story I've ever heard of someone doing too much was edibles.
Yeah.
And they took more because they didn't feel it. And so we're literally, this is the situation they warn you about. And I'm like, well, whatever, fuck it. Dude, oh my God. I don't know what this man put in these, but we were in the fucking couch.
Do you know how many milligrams
done.
the edibles were?
I need to call him and have a conversation to figure out how many. It was, I'm not joking, like an hour later, we're just on the couch, just like totally done. Cannot function. I'm like, there's no way I'm making it to this podcast. I can hardly think.
Oh, if you would have came on,
And
that would have been
so
so good, though.
Bro, dude,
He'd be worse
okay,
than
let me tell
Kojito,
you-
bro.
He couldn't even answer the phone.
Let me tell you what. So first of all, at that time, a storm starts rolling in.
No.
and
Say it like how Nine Rain would say it. A storm's a brewing.
A storm at that time. There's a storm of brewing outside. So I run out onto my back patio. The sky's green and the wind's blowing, and then it would like switch the other way and start going. And so I'm freaking the fuck out, obviously, because first of all, we don't get tornado weather in Texas. Second of all, my girlfriend walks out like stone faced, stands next to me on the porch, goes, "Oh, this is tornado weather." Turns around, goes back in home. She's from Kansas, so I'm like, holy shit, she knows tornadoes. That's like a fucking snake eye being like anaconda for sure. And so, anyways, I'm freaking out about tornado weather. But so we go and like I like lie down in bed. We got our TV like set up at the foot of the bed, and so we're like, all right, I can't really think right now. Let's try and watch an episode of Better Call Saul because we're kind of going through that show right now, and I still don't understand what it does to your perception of fucking. I don't know what the fuck it does to your brain, because what would happen normally in a TV show, you turn it on, it starts a scene, and then it goes through the scene, and as you watch it, you go, huh, okay, this is like how the plot's developing. Then it changes scenes, something else dramatic happens. That you string a couple of those together, that's an episode. Every time it would change scenes, somehow we couldn't fucking follow. And we would pause it and look at each other and be like, how the fuck did they get here? Instead of just like, it's a new scene. And so, dude,
That's
it was
so relatable.
Dude, we struggled for like 3 hours to watch an hour-long episode of this really kind of straightforward TV show. And then every time we'd pause it, I'd be like, do you know what's happening? She's like, why are they here? And I'd be like, I don't know. And then she would go look up she would Google it and like try and find it on Reddit. But then obviously we're struggling to understand the plot of the movie, like the basic story. But then Reddit's talking about the meaning and shit. So she's going into this, like reading it out loud to me about the meaning of the scene. And I'm like, I don't even know why they're at a Subway. And and then we passed out and we were just done. And I think we rode that sucker until like 10:30 in the morning before I started to feel normal. We were fucked.
Well, you know, that's
I'm
Why
jealous.
Nine
with the
Rain wasn't
edibles.
on
that's
last.
pretty good excuse,
Wow.
you know. Then that's maybe we
I
can forgive you for that.
felt bad. Yeah, I felt bad, but I was like, I'll just explain it to them. They'll understand. I cannot
Those
fucking
are
think right now.
famous last words of edibles is "I don't feel anything."
I know those are the
don't feel
famous
anything.
last words, and we said them, and then I thought those are the words we
Those
probably
are,
Such a
those
fool.
are definitely.
Were
fool.
you high enough that you got switched over to manual breathing?
Bro, no, I don't
Not
think
the manual
I don't
breathing.
think I ever switched to like, but it was fucking close, I guess, man. I don't
Was it
I don't
fun at
know.
all?
I had a good time. I don't think it was like particularly better. Like even after the fact, like I remember freaking out. I don't know if any of you guys listen to the Sebe cast, but I remember freaking out a little bit on mushrooms. Like it was a bit of a roller coaster. Accidental mushroom trip, by the way.
Oh.
And then, yeah. And
You
then
do a lot of these. You should be more careful.
What, this
Yeah,
is
man.
just recently. I didn't.
It's
That,
okay,
is,
you're
that kind of fits your
exploring.
mantra as the
That's
type of guy you're just kind of trotting along. He's throwing mushroom
for
in,
someone-
and you just keep trotting.
I'm not though.
For someone,
I actually,
for someone who pays so much attention to what they put in their body, you do go on a lot
Dude.
of accidental trips.
okay. So,
Bro, the alcoholic is badgering you, bro. You better get your shit together.
I'm gonna be honest. The mushroom trip though was actually like the packaging was fucked up. We were lied to. This was not doctor's recommended dosage. We took what we were told was a small microdose, and it was not.
No.
But like, hey, I mean, if the doctor says here's a 20 milligram tablet, and you go, okay, thanks, and then you're totally fucked up. That's we were trying to be. That one was
Okay,
just.
first of all,
it
your
happened.
doctor gave you mushrooms? Like,
I'm just saying, no. For
If
example,
a doctor were
like,
to give him,
Yeah, but-
like this was the measurement that was on the box
Yeah.
and the legally.
Ignoble's that kind of doctor,
like,
so.
okay, yeah, that kind of guy.
so when it comes to like doctor recommended doses and milligrams. I feel like when it comes to mushrooms, and this is also kind of relatable to edibles as well, you to some extent can throw that out the window. Like, I feel like there's sometimes you've had very large doses and it won't do as much, and sometimes you have like a tenth of that and you're like, what is going on inside my body?
Okay,
right
so I did some research after the fact because I thought I knew what the fuck I was getting myself into. Apparently, there's a dozen different types of mushroom that have psilocybin in it, and they are not all created equal gram per gram. And so a 0.1 gram dose of one mushroom, I think the largest discrepancy was like 5-fold. So 0.1 of one is 0.5 of another. And so you can really fucking miss the mark if you don't know which exact mushroom is in the thing. And that little thing of chocolate just said 2 squares is.
Well,
like,
I do want to know if you can get with your neighbor. I'm curious of how much those actually were, like how deep you really went down the hole there.
We will ask him. I guess I'll update you guys next week. I can ask him.
Please do.
Yeah. I mean,
So
'cause
can
I'm
we be
curious
real now? Was it? I'm really confused. Like I want to call a little bullshit on this Facebook market, but is he just a drug dealer? Like, are you just you didn't want to
so
say
what's
drug
the
dealer?
cucumber deal?
Because you described perfectly to a T what a drug dealer is. You're like, it's this guy. He sells cucumbers, but we went over and he gave us drugs.
Seriously.
He's
No,
essentially
seriously.
getting
So
groomed by the cucumber guy.
No, so we have multiple. We have multiple neighbors of ours that like grow produce, or like we got some Indian neighbors that make Indian food, and so we kind of like trade shit, or they'll give it away for free or whatever. This is just a guy that, like, he's not our dealer. He's just a neighbor who was really
That's how
excited
it
to
starts,
share
though.
his new gummies. I
Like,
mean, maybe
I'm pretty sure in DC you can't buy weed, but you can like go and like buy a T-shirt and then they'll give you weed as a gift, right?
So that's how it is. You go and you buy. I'm from
Well,
DC.
we
You-
didn't
you-
pay for any of these.
you go
I
and
guess
buy
the
like a
first
little
taste is
sticker.
free, so.
Or you'll buy like a piece of paper, and then they're like, "Here is this eighth of weed as well for your $70."
So
this is a gift. Yeah.
no, I get it. So I don't actually know. So first of all, I mean, Zoe asked earlier if I actually had any fun. I'm not. It wasn't a bad experience. I don't think it was like better than just watching a normal episode of Better Call Saul and then, hanging out in the evening. It didn't really improve my evening. It was in the fact that it was new and kind of fun, and then after the fact it was a good story. That was definitely like hell yeah. But I don't think I just take half a gummy a couple times a week. I don't think that would be a plus for me.
What kind of high person are you? Are you a talkative, chatty guy? Are you a guy that sinks into the couch?
I feel like that's different for
after 2
edibles, though,
well-
because I feel like the high of edibles versus the flower is different. At least it was for me when I my two experiences.
So yeah, this felt very different. I don't know if it was the dosage and then there's also, this is all me Googling shit. So maybe it's not the most technical description, but isn't there sativa and the one that starts with an I?
Indica.
Indica.
And sativa is like a head high. It kind of gets you moving. It's a little more hyperactive. And indica's the like put you in the couch kind of stuff. I think I've got a
couch.
pretty good idea of which one. Yeah, this one is.
Honestly, if you take
I've
2
done
doses of
sativa
either
before.
one, you're going to be in the couch. I'm going to be honest. So,
True.
Yeah, fair enough. I've done sativa before. I think I like that a little better.
For sure.
Most people do.
Most people do, yeah.
The indica was just like, my evening is fucking over. It's tomorrow morning. Everything else is canceled. Like, I don't know. I mean, if that's what you're going for,
So
and you just
I
don't know,
actually have
maybe you
some,
don't know how to relax. I don't know.
I call these sleepy tablets. These are my indica gummies. You know, this
Yeah.
We
is
used to have those
dude,
ones.
I have the exact same
pretty
one. They're
good.
right over there.
Yeah.
hell
Wait,
yeah.
Are they
but
like
you
Marionberry?
would
Is
do
that the
that just to
flavor?
go to sleep, I guess.
Yeah. Like when you come home from the club and you're a little.
He doesn't.
That'll
Yeah,
just put
9
you
rings at
out.
the club most weeks.
You mix it with the melatonin, you bet your ass it'll put you
9
out.
Rain's fucking in the club square dancing, bro. Leave him alone.
That's true.
Bro, fucking, I can't square dance.
Well, that's a pretty good explanation, at least. Hamzy, he's a top secret. You can make a story up, Hamzy, for why you weren't here last week if you got anything.
I was doing top secret government operations.
With Cuniques?
And somebody's wife.
Hell yeah.
At the same time. Wow.
Congratulations.
Nice.
That's
Well
really
done.
exciting.
Yeah. And also, we saw all the comments. People thought I died in season 1. There were so many people last week being like, where's Hamzy? So, the writers decided to revive my character.
right.
So, I know we left it a little vague with the death.
Are those
but,
comments in the room with us, or?
They're in there. You just gotta look.
Those comments in the
Damn, Ignovel's clapping back today.
That was
Yeah,
a good
that
one,
was
Ignore. Damn.
He's got a bit of a backbone today. I see.
Damn, that was
I see you.
kind of savage, bro.
Season 2 Ignoble
okay,
is
it's
standing
Yeah,
up
they
for
rewrote Ignova a little bit too, I see.
It's okay.
Oh
I know
my
he's
God.
they rewrote his character a little bit. It's okay. I know he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's mad because I didn't take him on my team in the hunt, but like it's okay. I get it.
Before you talk about RuneScape, I'm going to stop you by talking directly to the patrons. I would like to say thank you to anyone who subscribed to the Patreon. We had a lot of signups. Also, I was going to put it out there too, if you're thinking about it. The first week is free. Now, you do have to put your information in, and it will charge you if you don't cancel, but you can use the Patreon for 1 week for free, and you can view the podcast, and if you think it's dog shit, you can cancel it, and you will not be charged a single dime. So I just wanted to put that
You
out
could
there.
just do a new account each week too, and then just listen to that week's pod.
Yeah, if you have a lot of credit cards, that's
We do
actually.
not condone that,
T-Pop, what
but
are you
it is a
doing?
possibility.
I was just, I thought we were brainstorming, bro. My
Speak it
bad.
out loud.
And yeah, we did.
Can't say that, bro.
We did have like with the tier 2 patrons, you can submit topics or questions or whatnot. We did have a few of those this week, so whenever you guys are ready, we can jump into those too. There's a few good questions I saw that
Should we just
have-
start
Pull
off
those
with them?
yeah, we can answer them.
That sounds fun as
I
shit.
can.
Yeah, wait,
I'm gonna pull
yeah.
the first
Seth,
one here.
What are the tiers again in
Yeah.
our Patreon? So we have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Yes, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then there's a Psycho $100 tier, which no one's gonna buy. But if you care about that, I will let you look into it yourself as a customer. But this is the first one here by Mr. Cincy Bearcat. Also, shout out to him. He watches most of our streams. He's a military man. He's been deployed for the last 6 months in the Middle East, and he's coming home soon. So I'm very happy for him. Shout out to Cincy.
On the 4th
Oh,
of
yeah.
July.
Cincy.
Shout out.
Question: would you rather have access to a complete list of everybody who has ever wished harm on you, or a list of everybody who has had sexual fantasies about you? That's a good question, actually.
Definitely sexual fantasies.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm the
That'd be way
opposite.
more useful knowledge.
We'll go around.
Yeah, we'll go around.
I see 9 ring first
Ignoble.
on my screen. What you got?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Sexual fantasies, easy. I don't really want to know who's wished harm on me for one.
Good
Like,
point.
like that.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
guess you're
that's just
right.
not knowledge I want to be walking around with. Plus, from the nature of the question, doesn't really seem like it would stipulate how much and how serious. And if they're like really committed, because that could just freak you the fuck out. You're like, what? 10,000 people want to fucking murder me? Like that's way too many. So I'd rather. That's like I don't want to know. And so and sexual fantasy would be kind of funny, because like someone is gonna like their name's gonna show up on that list, and this could be something you can like hold over them. That would be kind of funny.
Do you get to find out the sexual fantasy? Or you just like, it's like a yes, no, like a 1-0?
It's just like a list.
Just a list
Oh.
of names.
Yeah.
Just
I would
names.
just
That's
say
almost
list of
more-
names
that's-
who have
that's
had a
more
sexual
fun.
fantasy about you.
I
Way
know.
more fun,
Yeah, I think I'd take that. I'm already
Yeah.
kind of paranoid as it
Damn.
is, so I'll take the sexual fantasies for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't want to know who wants to hurt me. Like 99.99% of those people aren't gonna do it and would never. But
Just imagine you're like walking in a public area, and then like the list like grows a little bit, and you're like,
yeah, dude.
You get like
Who's that?
you get like a Discord ping every time it adds a name to the list.
Dude.
Bot setup.
you're just immediately, you're in a crowded area, you're just immediately terrified.
Yeah. Hamzy, what about you, bro? What you picking?
I mean, there's not a lot you can do with the list of people you want to harm you. What am I gonna go like? Be
Harm
like,
them
hey,
back?
I heard you wanted to harm
Yeah.
me. Like, fuck you.
I'm just pre-harming, you know?
But you know what, dude?
Premeditated, yeah.
I feel like if I had a list of everyone who had ever sexual fantasies about me, I feel like the list is like, does it mean they necessarily want to fuck you? Or just maybe
No,
had
Can I
a
add this to the
thought,
list?
you know?
I didn't read the little extra part here. It does say both lists include number of times and exact dates it happened. That's also.
Oh wow, number of times. Okay, see that is a little bit more of a
Then I
telling
really
factor.
don't want the harm one.
Yeah.
That one seems creepy.
I'm thinking about harming
No thanks.
Tamsy every day.
At the
Yeah,
top
but,
of the
like,
list.
this dude
is just
wants to
like,
harm me like 3 times a week. No fucking thanks.
Seth wakes
don't
up
know.
every morning like, I'm gonna fucking hurt Hamzy so bad.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll still take the fantasies.
Is anyone gonna make a case for harm?
I think
Or
I
we
will
just-
actually, and
Okay.
I
Really?
think being a girl has something to do with it.
Oh,
It
actually,
would be
yeah,
kind
that
of a
makes
toss-up,
sense.
though. Here's the thing: like, I think that I would rather have the list of people that wanted to harm me, in hopes that the list would not be very long, and in hopes that these were all people that I also didn't like. You know what I
I just
mean?
had this like
that I
fantasy
would
of you like
also-
rolling up to the dealer and they just start handing you this super long piece of paper and it just keeps coming out and you're like, fuck.
It's like a fucking
You're
CVS
like-
receipt.
You're like, hand me my 3 names, please. And
Okay,
then-
I can also make an argument for harm, like as you progress in life and as you become more just rise in power, you know, the more of position of power you are, I feel like that information is a little bit more valuable because that's the point in your life where you're starting to look at like who actually is
So,
on my side. and
Harm is
who-
different from just like not liking someone, right? Like, there are people I dislike, but I'm
Okay.
not actively being like, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of them. I just
Well,
don't like
well,
them,
that's
you know?
true, but like, okay, let me give like a personal example. You know, like as I in my work career, you know, as I've progressed from like entry level to like manager to like department head, you know, I have slowly noticed people at work that I work with treating me differently, people being a little bit more fake. Whereas when I was entry level, I felt like everyone loved me. You know, I was a likable guy. Like I had nothing that anyone could ever say about me. And then like as time
you
goes on,
changed,
I feel
bro.
like more people have started to.
Bro got
actually
more
hate
money,
me.
he got more problems. That's how usually how it
Yeah,
goes.
bro.
Mo money, mo problems, for real. And now it's like I wonder, like when people are nice to me at work, I'm like, are you just nice to me because like you want me to hook you up with something, or like is this like?
Here's the
truly how
thing,
you
maybe it's
feel?
this. Maybe they know, like, do they know your, like, personal, like, background, how much of a tank you are, like, just how insane you are, and then you're in a position of power, too? I'd be scared of you also, honestly.
My work people know nothing about
Okay.
what I am.
About what I am.
Nothing.
They
He fucking pulls down the mask. He's like, they don't know a damn thing.
they got no idea. They got no idea when I'm coming in to my shift, you know, on a Sunday morning after a night out. I'm like, hey guys, I'm here a little bit early. I got to go take care of some stuff in the back. They have no idea. I'm going into the bathroom and putting my tie over my shoulder, rolling up my sleeves, and just throwing up my entire life away from the night before, and then coming out, hey guys, let's have a good shift today.
If anybody else said that to me, I'd be like, you just think they don't, but they actually know exactly what's going on. But with you, I really believe it. I really believe
Yeah,
that
me
you can
too.
put on that pretty face and fool
Yeah,
them
no,
all.
and that's important as well. Like at work, like there's no need for people to think that you're cool. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I was invited to this party and I'm going out and I have such a social life. That's like the opposite of what you want your coworkers to think. Like my coworkers ask me what I did on my days off, and I'm like, oh, you know, just kind of took it easy, and then flashback to me like sweating at the Matroda concert.
You're like, I'm so sweaty.
Have
I
you ever
totally
been in
agree
one of
with
those
that.
situations and recognized somebody from work and you're like, oh shit, you know?
There's some
They
people
immediately
that I
go
let
on
know
the
a little
harm
bit
list.
more than others. And like we also had this intern who she came for a year on like an abroad program, and she was like very into like the club scene. Like I never ran into her while I was out, but I saw like on her Instagram story she was always going to the same places, and like this was really a testament to my abilities, because this girl had no fucking idea. Like she came from another country, she was here for a year, she just recently finished, and like on her last night we went out, and like all the coworkers, and like, you know, over the course of the night people started dropping off, and then it was like just a few of us, and it was some of her friends, and out of everyone that works it was just me and her. And like that's when I started breaking out the bags.
Did you guys have sex?
Said, no, nothing like that. But no.
This is going. I'm not gonna
Could've
lie to you.
happened.
I mean, she's,
No.
she's on the list.
No,
but, it's just a fantasy.
basically I said, hey, this is, you know, the mask came off.
This is the real me.
And
yeah.
she was honestly fucking pissed at me. She was like,
For
what
not
the
including
fuck?
her.
Yeah, she was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, this was such a fun... She was like, we could have been doing this for the whole year.
Oh,
And I was here.
that's why she was pissed
okay, I
at you.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you
I
think?
thought
She,
she like.
why do you think she was mad?
I would've been too, bro. I would've
she
been
loved
livid.
It. She loved it. Like, we had a very good night. And she was like, I had no fucking idea that you were this way. Like, they think I'm really just like going home and playing RuneScape, which I am for the most part. I just leave out the other stuff.
I will say I've definitely thought about all of you guys having sex before. I don't know if I've had a sexual fantasy about you guys, but I've envisioned in my mind you guys having sex. And I only say that because we used to pose the question every week of who we'd Eiffel Tower with. So I've had to think
True,
actually in my
actually. I was
brain
going to say the
about
same
Yeah, I
thing.
guess
what it would be like. What it would be
That's
like
fair.
with you guys. So I've gotten that far. T-pop, I kind of have a little fantasy, but I don't want to get into it. Maybe on
Hell yeah.
Patreon,
That's valid.
possibly.
Let's fucking
That's
go.
cool. We'll just leave
Yeah.
it. We'll just leave it.
You want to bring this next topic up here?
Yeah.
So
I like
we
this-
all agreed. We all want the sex list. Everybody wants the sex
Yeah,
list.
for
Except
sure.
Zoe wants the harmless.
Except for Zoe.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would be. I wonder if that would be a guy-girl split. Like, more
I'd make someone flip a coin
likely.
for me on that one. I couldn't decide. Because
I'm-
on the
I'm-
flip side, I'm also pretty clueless about that stuff. So I guess I would be curious.
I'm sexless, but I think later on in life, I will gravitate towards the harm.
It'd just be nice. Like, what if someone pulls out a sex list and it's just like super long, or on the opposite side, just like it's empty, just an
Oh, yeah, let me
empty
ask you
piece of
this.
paper.
Who
Five
has
names,
the
dude.
longest sex list here? Who's got the longest sex list? It'd be tough. I couldn't tell you, honestly. It'd be a tough
Ooh,
one.
I actually.
It'd
I
be
don't
tough.
know.
It'd be tough to tell. I don't know, honestly. I'd probably give it to Hamzy or Zoe. I'm not sure. That'd be my probably if I was betting on it.
I want to give
Zoe.
you an underrated one, like way longer than you would expect. I bet Ignoble, bro.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
disposable, so like it's a one time. You know what I mean?
Writers, cut that part out. Cut that part out.
Right.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like you're definitely the guy. Like if someone's getting a sympathy fuck in this call, we know who it is, boss. Like let's.
Whoa!
I bet there's a lot of girls and guys out there that are thinking that they could just take advantage of Ignoble for
Yeah,
one night.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the list. That's why I say.
Honestly, you're a fetish.
No. A sympathy fetish. Okay, cool. All right, I see it. Thanks, guys.
I'm just kidding, man. I love
Appreciate
you.
it.
Hey, it's better than
Let
nothing.
me hear.
Yeah,
This
sure.
will be better here.
my
Okay, I like this idea too. From Dinosaur, thank you for tier 2ing. I appreciate that. First off, second off, they're asking, what about we do a spooky episode, maybe around the time of Halloween, where we go into paranormal things or stories that have happened to us in the past. I guess my main question would be, do you guys have enough like that's happened to you to where you could probably get into that? Because I only have like
No.
one myself.
No, but on the flip
no,
side,
I don't.
we were talking about maybe traveling for an episode at some point. And I'm just saying TwitchCon will maybe be around Halloween. What if we use like a Ouija board or something?
On an in-person podcast,
we-
I'm down.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
or we could like go to a psychic or something like that. We could do something spooky.
I go to a fucking psychic. That'd be fun.
Go to
Yeah.
a psychic as a group and
Well, if we
record
do the
with the
psychic,
psychic
then one
as
of
part
us
of the
has to be the
podcast.
guy who's like starkly against them and just keep telling them they're full of shit the whole time. Just
That would be pretty
I can do
expensive.
that.
We can take all the Patreon money and put it to that.
What if we do that?
You know-
That's our next base video. Base goes to a psychic. We go to psychotherapy.
bro.
I
That
have.
is not
There's
the
some
same
demons
thing.
in this call that if they come out, we might not
Similar.
make it out of fucking Las Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle
A
that.
psychic and psychotherapy are not even close to the same
Yeah,
thing,
whatever,
bro.
close
Well, it's, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? But-
What's your degree? How do you know, Nine Rain?
yeah.
Bro, they're just two very different occupations. One's like a fucking gypsy tent. One's a doctor. Like, what are we talking
They're
about?
the same thing in my eyes.
They get the same thing done, dude. One's medicine, one's holistic care. You know, it's
I think that could be. I feel like it could be good for sure.
I'd be down to do a bit of a spooky episode. I know we're going to be recording a live podcast when we are at TwitchCon. That is going to be the week before not Thanksgiving, before Halloween. So we could, add that into one of our segments when we record.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be
cool.
bad.
And
Okay,
also,
so I
speaking of-
was trying to brainstorm. Oh, sorry. You want to go, Ignoble?
I just want to just a quick tangent. Because we're going to be so close to Halloween at TwitchCon, we should do a Halloween party.
Oh, you want to
Yes.
steal my idea that I already posted about? Yeah, let's go
No,
ahead.
fuck you. I had that idea
Actual
separately
fuck,
from you.
that was fucked up. Like we're all in the group chat where we saw that I typed that shit first,
true.
bro. Like, I don't
Pretty true.
even-
That is pretty true.
I do not remember reading this. No.
I don't remember it either, to be fair.
Selective memory.
I don't remember.
It's
my idea now.
Well,
Seth saw it, and it's okay. I got one person to
I
back
think
me.
it's a good idea.
Hell yeah.
Well, you
Now
talked about
go
it on a
into
previous podcast.
Yeah, we've already talked about it on a pod because I already brought it up. Like I don't even fucking.
right, okay.
What the fuck?
Hey, it's a great idea, both of you.
Didn't
Great
see
idea.
it.
It's a great
Put it
idea.
on.
I think we should definitely do a Halloween party.
Oh hell yeah! I want to do a Halloween party. We talked about it. I think
We
Zoe
talked
was
about-
gonna be Silent Hill. I was gonna be.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember. It was
When?
the Skatizo podcast.
Oh, okay. I
Because
wasn't on
Skatizo
that
was
one.
like, I'm gonna be basic RuneScape girl, and I was like, okay, yeah, that fucking fits. There you go.
You're talking about like your outfits or like costumes that you
Yeah,
would
that
wear?
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What is Silent Hill? Like, you mean like the big triangle guy? or
Triangle
something?
head?
No, I was gonna be the nurse.
Pyramid head. Pyramid
You
head.
know the nurses?
So you said something
Pyramid,
recently. You
that's
said
what-
about doing
yeah,
a
yeah.
cosplay for Lilith from Diablo 4. That'd be sick if you pulled that off for the Halloween party. That'd be a banger.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but we could try.
That's a banger.
Definitely try.
Have you guys been playing that? I have not played it yet.
Oh, it
but
ruined my
I've
life for
heard
like
good
2
things.
weeks. I had to stop playing. Yeah,
Oh,
it ruined my
really?
life for like 2 weeks. It was like I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't taking in optimum nutrition.
Are you like a Diablo?
Wasn't sleeping.
Are you like a Diablo guy?
Yeah, for sure. I played. That was one of the first RPGs I ever played. Was Diablo 2. Diablo 2 and Oblivion, probably the first two that really looped me in.
Dude, did Diablo 2 really fucking like that? It just felt different. I don't know if because I was a kid and it was one of the first games that was like really dark and
Here's
cool.
what I
and-
think. Diablo 2, along with a game like Oblivion, one of the earlier Elder Scrolls games, they're just way ahead of their time. So they're just incredible.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking because I played Oblivion back in the day
Yeah.
and always wanted to play Diablo. I'd watch my buddies
Even
play
a
Diablo
game like
2.
Skyrim, which is the next Elder Scrolls game in that series, like people are still modding it, playing it today, just because it was so ahead of its time, even
Dude,
in 2012
that
when it
one-
came out.
That game, I beat like
Yeah, it is.
7-8
It's an incredible
times.
game. And apparently, I saw
Yeah.
recently, gaming news that 5 years can expect the next one.
So yeah, it was like
5 more
5 or
years.
6 years, dude. It's gonna be a total of like 15 or 20 years. I'm like, bro,
Fuck
that's
off.
a generation. Like my children can play Skyrim 6 or whatever.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, it's funny they re-released Skyrim in so many different ways. They did like VR, they put it on the
Yeah.
Switch, they did like a special edition. They just kept shilling it out. They knew they could just play on the nostalgia. Bastards.
Damn.
But
I bought all of them.
do you guys have
Okay,
a?
so in regards to the spooky, okay,
Yeah.
I was brainstorming some other ideas. Okay, I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, so these,
Okay.
these are off the wall. Like we can workshop these. We can shoot them down. We mentioned drunk pod. I thought about that. I think we need to come in lit. Okay, these podcasts are shorter.
Yeah.
We're pre-gaming in a call together for an hour, then we do it, or we show up and we're like, I just fucking did 10
do
shots
some
30
more
minutes
edibles,
ago.
Nine Rain. Just get on
I'm
here, bro.
destroyed.
Just hit the button.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I know what I'm getting myself into, that's not totally off the table, but it was just the surprise factor of I don't know if I'm gonna get fucking worse. So yeah, fair. I'm probably game for something like that.
Have
Okay,
any
and
of you
then-
guys streamed high? Sorry, T-Pop, but it's really. Have any of you guys ever taken edibles and stream high?
No.
Streamed a little bit high on 420. It was not really
No.
fun. I don't enjoy
I
it.
haven't.
No,
No.
I've only drink and stream. That's all I've done.
Every now and then, I don't really like it, dude. Mainly because this fucking light in my face.
You gotta
kills
turn
me.
the
feel
light
like,
down.
I don't
There's
know,
ways
like,
to do it.
T-Papa and there's certain other streamers that make it work, but I feel like for a lot of people, alcohol is better for the for streaming. I feel like it's a better.
Alcohol is
mixture.
definitely easier.
I
Drunk.
don't like either. I hate drinking on stream.
Yeah, I don't like either.
High streams took a long time to like figure out how to do them because they're like the first couple, like I would just get high and like end within 30 minutes. Like they get
I actually
rather
remember
fucking
that.
difficult.
I actually remember that you'd get to a point and you'd be like, guys, I'm done. Like, it's time. I gotta go.
Yeah, but then like I figured out how to master it, and I don't do it as much anymore. But like there's a time and a place. So
I actually remember you like pulling out a bowl or something like that and then be like, all right, guys, stream's over in 30 minutes. Like before you were even hitting it. Like,
I used to say that for a while until I figured out how to stream high. I would go, all right, I'm gonna do it. because like chat would egg me on, you know. I'm like, all right, this is what you guys want. I'm just letting you know what's
Yeah.
at the end of this rainbow. It's me ending in 30 minutes and just sitting here in silence for 2 hours. Like,
Do you still have the channel point reward, which is like the blast off?
yeah, it's 1 in 10. It can get redeemed twice a stream, and it costs 15,000 channel points. It has not hit in so long. I have not gotten high on stream in so long. Oh, except one time anyways, I was just doing RuneScape thing and I got really mad and I said I needed an emergency dab. And I wasn't mad anymore.
That'll
Wait,
do
what's
it.
the most amount of like? How many blast offs have you gotten in one stream?
Oh, there was one time it hit 4. And I do this thing like sometimes if like someone hits the 1 in 10, you know, and then like someone comes later and like hits the 1 in 10, I don't really like get re high. Like I'm just like, all right, like sorry you didn't know, but like yeah, I'll smoke a little bit more. But like when I had the 1 in 100, the 1 in 100 was this program that got made for me, but it broke. I'm gonna get it fixed in a while. But the 1 in 100, like if it hit, I would honor it, like no matter what, because we would go weeks without that thing hitting. And one night it hit 3 or 4 times in a row, and each time I loaded up a globber, and I just don't even remember. Like yeah, that shit was fucked up. And they're so much fun though. Like yeah, I once you master it, you can really. It's almost like a cheat code sometimes.
Nice.
Good to know.
I believe it.
Huh.
In theory, it sounds nice, but in practice, not so much.
When I get
I think
high,
once you get over the anxiety of it, it's probably
Yeah.
fine.
The
I just
issue,
want to like listen to music and just like recline and watch other people when I'm high. I don't want to actually dream myself.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part that I would come into is your concept of time really gets fucked. So like I'll sit there and I'll be like, wait, was I just silent for 10 seconds or was that 2 minutes? Like I don't really know.
Dude,
like the difference between 10 seconds and 2 minutes gets really blurred. So then I'm like, wait, okay, but if it's been 2 minutes, could it have been 3? And then you spiral and then you're like, I'm ending, guys. I'm about to have a panic attack.
You're like, all right, later. Dude, that was
Yeah.
one thing when I wasn't on the pod last week. I thought it would like 30 minutes had gone by, and I look at the clock and it was like 2 minutes. I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on? It just fucking snail paced through that. Like, yeah, no, it was weird.
Man.
We
All right, T-Papa, let's hear the rest of your
okay,
ideas.
okay.
Another one. See, this can get workshopped in a couple ways. I'm not really sold on this one personally, but it can definitely get workshopped into a way that it could work. A version of like a Bring a Buddy podcast, but like more specifically like our moms, you know, like to an extent or something like that.
Wait, just a podcast with all of our mothers?
Can you imagine?
everybody's
So
mother or
cute.
one mother?
No, I think all of us kind of like bring a mom or a sister or something.
Wait.
Like I don't know, like I could. So
That actually
I know
would
we
be-
got Big Cheryl. Zoe's mom seems sick. Like I don't really know.
that would be-
Hamsy's mom does not like video games, so like I don't know how that would fuck. Ignoble, I never heard Ignoble talk about his mom, and yeah,
He's
so.
a mom.
There you go.
I know my mom would be
Dude.
down just because she, at least on the face or kind of the surface of at least content creation and streaming, she understands to an extent. So I feel like she'd be okay.
Oh,
We-
yeah.
It would need a lot of structure so they didn't feel like so much, apprehension about like, what am I supposed to do? We'd kind of have to. That would be hilarious.
No, like if we
Mom.
pulled it off, like if pulled off properly, it would murder. Like it would be so much fun. Like I think personally,
yeah.
logistics and difficulties go into that, but like just to get the creative ball rolling, I think that was a one. that
Yeah, I
had.
like that. That's not bad. I'm definitely getting my mom's toasting me for sure. Like I'm gonna get exposed on that podcast, 100%. So she's definitely, my mom is definitely the type. I know it's kind of a meme. Like you tell your mom something in confidence and you're like, don't tell anybody this. She's literally on the phone like an hour later telling all of her friends. That is my mom,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
1,000%. The
Happens
fuck,
to
man.
everybody, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a lot of people, but
Yeah, I've got a sister like that. It's like she is a great person, but that like she has no control over that
the chatty
whatsoever.
Cathy.
It's like if you tickle someone and they laugh. Like if you tell her something, she is just going to tell someone else immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to find somebody like that. We were talking about this kind of with the week leading up though, and I wanted to touch on it. The Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk fighting in a cage.
Is that
it is
real?
real? Apparently, it is real. I thought it was a joke at first, but apparently, yeah.
There's no way that's
Apparently, they're both training and they want to like actually fight each other. So I was like,
Most
they
recent
got
headline
one?
I saw is Mark Zuckerberg's mom was making him pull out, but I will verify.
is that Wait, where'd you see that at?
As she
What's the
should.
source on that?
She should. I'm repulling it back up. Sorry.
Okay.
Dude, Zuckerberg, the type of like.
Well, that's what I saw. The meme is like Elon Musk had had like the guy looking up when Zuckerberg turns into a 10-foot tall lizard in the ring.
Dude, he's gonna like start biting his neck, kind of shit like that. Doesn't he know judo?
No, well,
like
dude,
very well.
Mark Zuckerberg actually trains jujitsu. I believe he's. I think he might.
he's
Yeah, he's a
jujitsu. I thought it was
jujitsu
judo.
guy. So I believe he's a blue belt. I could be wrong.
My
Could
bad.
be higher, but I believe he's at least a
I don't
blue
remember
belt.
which mom I said. But it was Elon Musk's mom.
Elon Musk wants him to pull out.
Elon, yeah,
Musk
yeah,
mommy.
which is honestly rightfully so. Elon Musk gonna get his ass whooped by Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, I believe. Like he's
a
gonna
purple
fucking
belt.
destroy him.
Okay, if he's a purple,
Yeah.
if he's purple, he's legit.
All
That's
right,
pretty
isn't
legit.
Mark Zuckerberg
That's
like
Dune,
half
dude.
the size of Elon though? Zuckerberg's like 5'7".
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but he's
That's
half
true.
the size, double the age, and a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. Zuckerberg's gonna kick his ass, dude. I would load
Yeah,
up,
if you-
dude.
And if you add the tail, like it's not close in a grappling match.
Ah, true, true. Forgot about the tail.
The tail and the instinct eyes. Yeah, I don't know.
Tail factory.
Yeah, dude. He
I know,
just blinks sideways. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Elon definitely got
Like,
some
hey, yo,
size
wait a
on him,
minute.
and I saw Elon training. He was training with Lex Friedman, who's also like I'm pretty sure he's a decent like level of practitioner in martial arts. He was training with him, and he was kind of hyping him up. But I don't know, man. I'm not like the thing is if that was on, like I'm not gonna pay for that, but I would watch it after the fact. I'd find a free. I think I was talking
watched
to Uber
stream-
about it.
yeah.
He kind of talked me into it. Like he was kind of like giving me some point. I was like, yeah, it probably would be pretty entertaining to watch.
Dude, if like two of the richest people in the world actually made people pay to watch
Oh,
that
you
fight,
think
they
it's
can
gonna
go
be
fuck
free?
themselves.
You think that'd be free?
Oh, it's
I
not
was
on
free.
now.
see, like I don't
Come
know, dude.
on.
Like just give it to the people.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I wouldn't be
We
shocked
did-
if they just live streamed it free exclusively on Facebook and Twitter.
You know what? Actually, hey,
I could see a world that maybe that happened.
Maybe they just
They
put
do that, yeah.
advertisement
Wait, do
on it.
they
They can just
still
do
call it
ads
face-
on it. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because like those are their platforms. Like they'd benefit. They're not going to charge, but like they'd still, they probably want some amount of
AdSense, all that
benefit.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be the first time I logged into Facebook in like 10 years.
Are you okay? Well,
That'd be a
What
good
about the
idea.
cucumbers?
Yeah, it was a drug
was-
dealer. It was a
fucking-
normal drug dealer. I knew it, man.
No,
Dude,
my,
you
my,
lost
my,
the
my
plot.
girlfriend was
You
on the
fucking
marketplace.
lost
My
the
girlfriend was
plot.
on the marketplace. That wasn't me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure, dude. Okay,
That's what
whatever.
they all say.
Sure.
It was my girlfriend. I guess adding to that, if we had a RuneScape content creator, showdown, right? We've sort of touched on this before. We might have.
yeah, I
don't
feel like
remember,
it's
but,
changed though now. I feel like the landscape's different
Yeah.
for like for RuneScape content creators. I feel like you could probably make a better headlining card for sure.
Yeah, what if we had like a card? 4 fights in the night. Who would you want to see? Like leading up to it.
Damn.
And the big
What kind? Like mixed martial arts?
Fuck, they're
Bare
RuneScape
knuckle,
people, bro.
bare knuckle street fight.
Yeah, we'll do MMA, bare knuckle, like the backyard MMA shit where
They
they're
don't
like
know
rolling
any
around in
martial
the
arts,
dirt.
dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, well,
bro.
I guess that just makes it easier. Yeah, almost anything goes.
I'm just gonna stick with my answer that I said last time. Like, if I had to like actually go out and promote a fight with another content creator and build it up and try to sell tickets and hype and do beef, and it's a good fight. It's me and Gingerbeardy. Like that's a solid fight right there.
That's a
Let's
good
say,
fight.
You know
what
what I'm saying?
about
It's
outside of what about outside of RuneScape though? Let's throw.
I was
the whole,
trying to think.
Let's throw
Yeah.
the whole gambit. Like if you could because like that's I mean. Content creators boxing now is just it slowly. I feel like kind of Jake Paul, KSI, Logan Paul kind of birthed that, but it has turned into a huge thing. Like it's like every time
Yeah,
anybody
really.
has
Yeah, it's
beef,
massive.
anytime any content creators have beef, they're like, let's box. It's like that's always
Dude,
the go-to.
I actually love that. I think the world should be more like that. I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah,
great.
that
Hear
is-
me out. Instead of what if we just did like you versus a wild animal in the octagon?
Holy.
Dude,
Like what do you think it would be a good fight? Like if you're almost neck and neck and like you could sell tickets. Like
Ooh.
and it's in
unfortunately
the
for
octagon.
humans,
So like
it's not that good.
I think
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ignoble could realistically take out a Great White. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just
Oh
you
my
just got to
God,
run around
bro.
for 5 minutes and not
For it
How
to
big is
fucking
an
run out of
octagon?
oxygen.
wait for it.
That's
Yeah. So like imagine we're in an octagon.
Yeah, just stand on its gills, you know?
Yeah, like
kick the shit out of his gills. Yeah, you fucking like that?
Gotta make sure you don't not get bit, dude.
Yeah, dude, kick a tooth, you're fucking down, bro. He's gonna get
Like,
you in the leg.
Kangaroos?
Start rolling around.
Kangaroos
Kangaroo?
would fuck you up.
No, you'd be fucked, bro. It's
can't.
not
No.
close.
I'll fight
No
a kangaroo.
kangaroo.
Have you seen how
Bro,
jacked they
I'll
are?
I'll fight
Like,
a kangaroo.
I think Seth could kill a
I'll
kangaroo.
fight a kangaroo.
No.
I'll do it.
See, I
Seth's
think he
about to
could kill a
fucking die,
kangaroo, bro.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm chucking that kangaroo out 100%.
Here's the sad story. Here's the sad story for humans. If you don't have tools and smarts, you're just cage matching. Almost every animal in the world murders you. It's not close.
Not true.
Okay.
Not like
Even
a
the-
not like
Okay,
a chicken.
so then let's take
A
that.
fucking deer would murder.
Okay, then
dude,
let's make this more fun.
deer, dude.
because
I'll fuck up a
bro.
deer, bro.
No, I think a deer fucks you up.
Deer
Because
will
I
fuck
think a
you
deer
up, bro.
fucks me up.
I don't know.
Dude.
I will.
Dude.
I will take out its knee.
They're huge and
Then
fucking
it's-
stupid.
then you're done.
That's
Like
the
if
thing.
it's a
They're
female
stupid
deer, no
enough to
offense,
just
but yeah,
fuck you
but
up.
like the
If they have
male
antlers-
one's got
yeah,
the
if they have
antlers. It's
you
over,
probably, that
bro.
could be tough. But if definitely a female deer. I mean, if you could hold its neck, you could probably finish the job.
Yeah.
I guess maybe, dude.
What
I
if
don't know.
what if we get a spear? Because then we're upgrading to like leopards and shit.
Oh, okay. That
That's
really
different.
changes
I,
things.
feel
I
like
know,
that
now
makes
it's
it a
more
lot
fun,
more
right?
Skill based though.
Okay, yeah, I like that. We're talking loincloth and spear.
Yeah, well, no. This is realistic now.
Yeah.
If I have a
dude,
loincloth
okay.
and spear, that means I'm not saying I can, but that means I have a chance to win in most of
Yeah,
those.
dude, you
Yeah,
can really
I have
get
a
one.
chance.
You can get one over on most unarmored
Yeah,
creatures.
Yeah.
you
I have
know?
a chance in versus most
Like I
stuff.
think
No,
a rhino
It's
is
not
a
like
no. I think a
not
rhino still gets you.
Yeah, no,
Oh, you
not a
think?
hippo,
Why
not a
not?
rhino, not an elephant. Like it doesn't. Even if you hit them right in a vital spot, they're still going to be alive and long enough to kill
Bro,
you.
yeah, you might even be able to pull one over on like an elk or something.
Yeah,
If you get
Oh
lucky.
yeah, no,
If
I
you get
think
close enough and hit a vital spot, I can see that.
yeah. You just
You
gotta survive
imagine?
after that.
I
You gotta
think-
just gotta run around and evade.
Yeah. You gotta fucking.
Here's
you
one.
Gotta fucking,
spear versus moose. Could you take down a
no, I
moose?
still don't think.
Moose
I
are
don't
Get
huge,
think-
lucky.
bro.
You gotta get lucky.
They're big.
Thick boy.
You're gonna have to
Moose
hit.
are
You're gonna have to hit a
insane.
vital spot, and then you have to evade and escape for a few minutes while it bleeds out.
Dude, you're just gonna have to pray that he like breaks your femurs and leaves your organs intact.
The way I
while
see it, all
bleeds
right,
out.
no, this is the way I see it. The moose charges at you, as it like right when it gets to you, you sidestep it and jump on its back, and then
Bro,
you just
sidestep
start.
Through
the
movies.
6-foot wingspan with those big fucking antlers, bro.
And then you
just
got
rolls.
left
Here's the
hand,
thing,
left
here's the
hand on
thing.
an antler, right hand.
think-
You're just going for the jugular.
I think it's important,
Bro,
Bro.
I saw a video of a camel bite a human male over the head in the torso and throw it over its side, just like nonchalant.
Okay,
know
but
how
did the guy
fucking-
have a spear?
No, he didn't have a spear. He didn't have a
Here's the
spear.
thing,
but,
it
like,
depends on
dude,
what kind of spear it is too. Like that is important. Like what kind of spear are we getting?
We're talking a real
Yeah, what if the
effective
spear
like
breaks?
Zamburu war spear
Okay, all
or
right.
something. Like
Are you
a leaf
educated on
blade, like you
spears?
can really
What
do
the
some
fuck
damage.
is a Zamburu war spear, my guy?
I'm just saying it's the kind of spear you'd want if you were in
it's
a
nice,
cage with an
nice and
animal.
serrated. Goes in easy.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
some oomph behind it.
Okay.
It's got a lot of like, it's a no nonsense kind of weapon.
That's fair.
Speaking of, like, have you ever guys seen those videos of giraffes fighting?
Yes.
Go and
Yes,
just, like,
bro.
swing their necks around, just do the little.
Those
Yeah,
videos
dude.
are almost as good as the videos where the giraffes are fucking.
What? I've never seen.
What do you mean by that?
dude? I've
Why
never
do I
seen
believe
that.
you?
bro.
Yeah.
No, okay, it is a memory that's in my head that's awful, and I will explain what happened. My favorite thing that I've said many times, one of my literal favorite things to do is go to zoos. I love zoos. And before I left on my mission in Mexico, like one of the last Saturdays, I was like, what do we want to do? I'm like, I want to go to the fucking zoo. So we roll up to the zoo and we're just having a great day. It's my family, whatever. And we get to the elephant enclosure and these two are just fucking going at it. Just like, dude, like this giraffe dick is no fucking joke, bro. It was just like, dude, it is straight mounting and they're 30 feet tall each. It's like what you're watching is just, you're just like, no, this isn't real. But the funny thing is, it was like, you'd think like families would like be like, oh, we can't look at that. But like, everyone's just in awe. Like it's just like like full families. Like as a parent with the kids, like you can't just not be like, what's going on? And yeah, it
Well, how
was a
did you look
massive
away?
crowd. And no, you can't look away. And so yeah,
Dude, I want that
sorry,
to be
that
my
was
tweet today.
You can't look- they
Giraffe dick is
fucking
no
tie your
joke.
head and they
Papa
make you watch.
2023.
I also like how it was. Zoe left for maybe 5 minutes, and we were immediately cage match spear fighting animals. like
Yeah,
that's
my bad.
really
I shouldn't have let this
immediately.
happen.
It was a good tangent. You know, there was some. Yeah, it
dude.
evolved.
We didn't really arrive to any. We didn't arrive to a conclusion though.
I'm a little embarrassed about how excited I got about that conversation. The second we added spears,
I mean, you can't
and
lie. Like, if
loincloths,
you
I was
put a
like,
content creator in a cage fight with a spear versus some type of terrifying
that
animal,
video
like,
would pop
I mean, it might
off.
maybe it's inhumane, but like that's doing numbers. People are gonna watch that. I don't care what. I don't care what you say.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
people are definitely watching that.
So I actually did just pull up some data here, and apparently 28% of Americans think they could not beat a rat in a fight.
A rat?
A
rat.
I never filled out that census. How do you know that?
Yeah, they
But-
didn't ask me. What?
But
Yeah.
6% of Americans think they could beat a grizzly bear.
Oh hell no, no chance, bro.
I would love to
No
see
chance.
those 6% and get them all together and see what kind of fucking beasts these guys are. Because
Dude, have you seen?
How?
It's been going around on Twitter. It's just it's a very nice like HT video of two grizzly bears fighting. It is terrifying.
No, I want to see that.
It's
Wait,
terrifying,
wanna
dude.
see that.
They go out,
If
they go at it for,
Leonardo
like 15
DiCaprio
minutes.
could kill one, so could I.
Holy. Yeah.
I actually, speaking of Leonardo DiCaprio, I just watched what's something bothering like with Gilbert Grape or something. It has fucking Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio. I think it released in like 91 or 93.
What's eating Gilbert
Di-
Grape?
Yeah, what's eating Gilbert Grape? DiCaprio is playing a mentally handicapped kid and actually like kills the role. John, like it's a really slow paced kind of, I don't know, like
I'm
kinda
looking
gotta
at the
chew on it for
screenshots.
a
I see what
while
you say.
movie.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah. You kind of got to chew on the movie, but it was one of those where it edited and I was like, that was good. And then the next day I was still kind of thinking about it. And the next day I'm like, you know what? That's a good movie. I'd recommend it if you got like a long, slow afternoon. You're trying to watch something.
Okay.
No Titanic?
DiCaprio was
I don't
19
know.
when he made this. What the fuck?
Yep. They were very young.
Damn.
Yeah, that should have been his fucking Grammy or whatever. Oscar? Which one is it?
I believe he finally won the Oscar for the
Oscar.
That was
movie
his
Chief. I was
first
talking about The
Academy
Revenant.
Award
It was
The
nomination.
Revenant.
Revenant,
right?
yeah, that's when he actually finally
Yeah.
He
won
did
it.
one for the Revenant was good.
That was a banger movie. I liked it. I remember seeing
I
that.
watched the original Top Gun 2 nights ago, and it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I can't believe they got a budget to make
Shut
a second
up.
one.
Really?
Fuck you. Shut up.
Really?
Have you guys seen it?
what?
It's like
Do
a
you know how
long music
close we
video.
are? Do you know how close we are to the 4th of July for you to be
And that
saying
is
kind
why
of
we watched
fucking
it.
slander, bro?
Me and Annie were trying to get, Annie goes, I want to feel patriotic. Let's watch the first Top Gun so we can watch the second one. We watched the first one. We pause it like halfway through. I look at her. I'm like, this movie's dog shit, right? And she's like, yeah, this thing sucks.
Wow. That's
Wait,
yeah,
have
that
you-
is-
so you didn't watch the second one?
No, we watched because I went on the internet and Reddit said to watch the first one and then the second one.
Okay, so I've never seen the first one.
Really?
And I watched the second one, and the second one was dope.
No,
It was
everybody
really
says the
cool.
second one's great, so we wanted to watch the second one. And I
Yeah.
went on the internet. I'm like, well, should I watch
Don't
the first
finish
one?
the
And-
first
I don't
one.
know
Don't
why I
finish
didn't
it,
like the
just
first
Okay,
watch
you
one.
can
the
It's
second
like-
listen. You can say the first one's not great, but the soundtrack is bigger than that movie. They got some jams on there.
That's
certainly.
that's one of my gripes though. At 3 different points, they just play the same song again. I'm like, we just listened to this one.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good. Dude, that's like a 9-rain stream, bro. That's I don't know.
Listen, man.
I'll put on a song loop for
Enjoy
an
Top
hour and a
Gun.
half before someone's like, "Fucking change the music, 9-rain."
I still need to see the new one. I've seen the newer one. I've not seen it.
I'm
I've only seen the
generally
original.
confused. Why did you not like it? If you go in with the idea, I just want to watch like an 80s masculine, just like over the top macho men.
Because
movie
it
that
was
men would
like that's what I thought. It was mostly a love story. It was just like, I want to see fucking. There's one dogfight at the end and one dogfight in the first 5 minutes. Like the rest is this guy falling in love
Dude,
with his teacher.
Bro, you gotta watch number 2. It's
I didn't-
fucking sick. If you want to see some dogfights, bro.
Yeah, that's what I
it's
wanted.
so
I wanted to
That
see
dude's
fucking rockets and machine
Why do you want to
guns.
see dogs fighting?
Okay.
Okay, Michael Vick.
I'm really asking.
Well, You know, it's a guy thing. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
just
wouldn't.
whatever.
I don't even
When the
understand
bulldog
watching
clamps
movies,
down
to be
on the
honest.
throat.
How do you guys? Real question. How do you like sit down for 2 hours and just say that you're gonna stay in the same spot and do something?
What are you talking about?
Movie theaters make it easy.
What do you
Movie
mean?
I
theaters
have
make
not
it
watched
easy.
a movie in forever, like forever and ever. Probably in the last like 4 years, I probably watched 12 movies.
Wow. See,
This is
I'm
what
kind
Adderall
of
prescriptions are
I'm
for,
like
Joe.
That might be
I'm a
generous,
late
actually.
bloomer on the movies. I grew up never really being a big fan of movies, and then when I lived with certain guys in college, I had this projector, and we were like always playing movies on it.
Yeah.
And I like got into like movie watching, like understanding it, and now I love I love a good film. But I
love
see what
movies,
you're
dude.
saying though with the time. It is like you are investing when you watch a movie, especially a newer movie. You're making a small investment. You know, it's a small investment.
Well, okay. Yeah, my girlfriend is a big show watcher. Does not watch like any movies, and I asked her why one time. She just doesn't like them as much. But one of the reasons she was like, like they're long. Like you got to sit down for 2 hours, and then we'll sit down and watch 3 hours of a TV show. I'm like,
Yeah.
Zoe,
could've
maybe
killed a
it's
movie
because
and a
you're
half,
IBS. Maybe that's why. Is that what you think?
I think it's the ADHD. I also
That's
think
what I'm
it's
saying.
the...
It's probably ADHD.
You could just pause it, come back to it.
No, I'll never restart it.
The thing with
Oh, okay.
movies
But
at
also,
home.
like, I don't even watch TV shows. Like, I can only commit to like one YouTube video.
That's
I feel like
probably
that's
a
just the
strength.
hardest part is not like sitting and watching there. It's just getting started. I don't know if you felt this way, but for me, like I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch the show. There's like 5 seasons. That's so much. And then I just
Yeah.
like watch
Yeah.
an episode then during dinner, and I just watch it over time, and it adds up. I'm like, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
did enjoy that. It just took a long time for me to get started to actually pick up that show, but I did enjoy a lot of stuff that I
I
did
think
do
I'm
like
just
that.
like
Yeah.
undercoverly like a sucker for lore, like because there's been movies like, for example, like Transformer movies is a good example. Like the movies themselves are not that
Those
great,
suck.
but the lore
so
behind
fucking
Transformer is sick. Like if you like the actual,
I
like,
love it,
yeah,
dude.
it's so sick. But like the movies themselves are not that great. It's just a CGI fuckfest. But like the story behind it's great, so I'll still watch them.
I'm a big sucker for some character development, man.
so does that mean you're a big show guy?
Show guy for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what Bree says. She's like, I like the character development. You get to really spend a lot of time with them as they like go through 6
Yeah.
seasons or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
say-
I love that.
But
shit.
I think a good movie does that arc just as well. It's just
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
like, it's
also
just
like a
different
trilogy
art.
of
It's
some
gotta be
kind.
fast.
Like I
Yeah.
recently gave a rewatch of the like newer Planet of the Apes trilogy, and like,
Oh,
holy fuck,
interesting.
man, they're so dude. Seeing these monkeys go from like dressed monkeys to like like more intelligent monkeys, and like by the third movie, dude, they have
They're unionized by the
Like-
third movie. They're unionized. Like they
dude
have a,
by the third movie, bro, they have things
I wasn't-
that they do like bro, like in the first movie, dude, like
the
Ape
worst
Strong together, you know, he does the he like breaks the sticks, and he like can't break them when they get together, and he like Ape Strong together, dude. And then like by the third movie, you see them all like when they all like decide to have a moment of unison, they all like put up their fists, you know, like symbolizing that they're holding sticks.
I love how you're like, dude, I love character development. And your one example is, I like, dude, like in the movie where they go from apes to more intelligent.
Bro, you don't understand Caesar then. You don't understand Caesar. If that, he's more than just an ape.
complex character.
He is more than just an ape.
I feel so bad because we're gaslighting the fuck out of Hamzy. Caesar is more than
Yeah,
just an
Caesar,
ape, man.
I'll give you that. I'll give you
mean,
that. It's just funny. It's just funny.
that you're like, dude, I love a good character
You should have
development.
led. You
It
should have
really
led
brings
with
out the
Caesar. You shouldn't
humanity in
use
the
Caesar as a
ape.
prime example because there definitely is development there, 100%. I agree with you.
Bro,
on that.
you see him go from basically a pet, and like he sees the other dog with the leash, man. He like starts to realize he's got a leash, you know, on him, and like
Yeah,
goes from
yeah,
this
yeah.
to leading a fucking rebellion
This
that
is-
leads to the
this
end
is
of the
not the
human
first
fucking
time
race,
Hamzy's
dude.
thought
How
of
is that
this.
not character development, man?
It's
I just gotta say, as someone who's never seen this movie or knows anything about it, I love this. I have absolutely no idea what this movie is about.
That's crazy. I would love to
Bro,
watch
I don't
Hamzy's
think
rant
on
from that point of
episode
view.
2, season 2, Hamzy be explaining us the plot of the Apes, the new trilogy. No.
It's one of
I
those
want to watch
underrated-
Zoe watch Planet of the Apes. That's, I guess, like the next
We
thing.
could make that
If you do,
happen.
please let me know. I need to sit with you and like explain everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, he's
Perfect.
getting smarter now.
Perfect.
He's starting to realize. Okay, here he goes.
Yeah.
I think that's
Look
the
at that.
worst
That's the
thing.
character development. He's developing right there.
worst-
Look at him.
for
So did you
me-
notice how he just saw the leash? That's like, pay attention.
The worst thing about movies for
oh
me
my
is like
God.
when it does have like a already really good like pre-established lore, and then they just fucking the movie's just a shit show. That is the most upsetting thing for me watching movies.
Dude, the thing I learned from today's podcast is Prison Joe's a big lore guy.
I am,
Yeah.
dude. I am
Who
for
knew?
sure. I'm a nerd with lore.
Does that
like,
extend
like
to
I've
RuneScape?
gotten deep into. I've got like Halo. Like if anybody knows Halo, like that's probably my worst one. Like I'm very deep. I have the books. I've read the books. Like I'm obsessed with
The
Halo.
lore behind that is so fucking cool.
Another good
Have
one
you
is
read the
Diablo. The
RuneScape
Diablo
lore books?
lore. Like I watch those Diablo lore channels on YouTube all the time. Like it's really good too. There's some good stuff. I'm a nerd for some lore.
Can I just vent about RuneScape lore for a second?
Go ahead.
Yep.
Listen, in games like Diablo and stuff, it's like the lore carries you throughout the thing. But in RuneScape, the lore is just in the way. Like, the lore is literally only there to slow you down
That's true.
and do
does
absolutely
feel that
nothing
way.
else.
True.
Just in the way, like, I like the RuneScape lore. I'm interested. It makes more sense in RuneScape 3 because it's better integrated. But in old school, it's just so, like, you just have to go so out of your way to care. And when you do, you're just wasting time. You know, if that's not the thing you care about, it's just
enough.
so badly integrated.
I
Nine
actually very
Rain,
much
where's
agree
your
with that.
opposing take?
I don't have an opposing take. I think RuneScape is what it is. Like it's you just want to check stuff off a list, make number go up, get new item.
That's a good explanation.
I like the quests, but not for the lore. I might like them for some of the drama and maybe a little bit of the story's kind
Bro.
of funny. But and mostly because it like gives me something to do in a video, to be honest, or a good stream, because I can like voice act it and have a good time. But
I'll speak for the majority here. Don't like Quest, but I sure do like Quest Helper. That's all I'll say, bro. That's about it.
Agreed.
have there been were
Love me
there
some
any?
Quest Helper.
I don't even want to fucking talk about RuneScape.
And
Bring it up.
that's our
Yeah,
last
yeah,
RuneScape
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
On to the next topic.
Yeah.
Going back to the movies thing though, like I've flip flopped on movies too. I enjoy watching them, but more recently, in the past couple of years, I've found that the movie experience in the theater, in an IMAX theater, is so different. I
Oh my
went to-
God.
like
Thank
It's
you.
so sick.
Thank
it's
you.
amazing because you feel so immersed inside of it. You know, like there's movies you can watch at home. Yeah, you know, cool explosions, fun stuff. I recently went to go watch the last Fast and Furious movie, Fast X, and just like it's a fucking awful movie.
Dude,
God
Bambi.
awful.
you're fucking you're
Dude,
fucking
you could have
hand-singing
led
us
with
right now with
any
that one.
movie.
Whoa,
You
you
didn't have
cannot
to tell the truth.
compare
Vin Diesel
Planet
is
of the
the best
Apes
character
to
development
Fast and
you've ever
Furious,
seen.
dude.
It's
They took a
insane.
car and drove it into space,
Character
bro. We're
development.
talking about an
There's 10
intricate civilization creating a
Diesel went
culture
from 3
amongst each
lives
other
to 10
that
lives.
literally leads to the end of the human race, bro. Do not compare the bullshit of Fast and Furious to the intricacy of
Family.
Carry
Listen,
on.
Fast and Furious has
Family.
redeeming quality. It is definitely like if you talk about the over the top American action film. Like if you want to see that,
That's-
if you want to fill that void in your life, go ahead. I'm not a big fan,
That's
but
what
go
it is.
ahead.
I'm not there for the story. I'm there to like, you know, sit in there, get immersed in the fucking amazing fun car chases and cool random shits around like the globe, you know? They're fucking driving in the middle of
I'll
fucking
say-
Switzerland. Next thing they're
I'm
in
gonna
like the
defend you a little
mountains
bit on
over
this,
here.
okay? Because like I know a lot of people hate superhero movies. I like the Marvel movies. I saw the Avengers Endgame in IMAX, and that was one of the, especially in that like famous cinematic scene where like go to like they battle at the end. Like that was insane. Like I was
Yeah.
chills, bat chest, like fully.
I was, and on that topic, a buddy of mine like recently created a server where he's been storing all of his movies in like Blu-ray quality, and so me and my other friends can stream off of it. I didn't realize how dog shit Netflix and Hulu and all the streaming services look. Those movies and shows look terrible.
Your boy has a
It's
Plex server? Is that what he's doing on Plex?
I guess I don't know. He just no. He's got like he's got like a
What's
server.
his name? Last
Hell
name?
yeah.
House? I don't
That
know.
can be so sick, dude. That can be so clear.
But I just like I remember when I was a kid, movies started looking better and better and better. We got like Blu-ray and these crazy like high-res TVs and OLED and all this shit. And then Netflix came along and everything's like 360p on a good day and the blacks are green and it's terrible. So I actually watched a couple movies this past week, like super high quality, and I was like, dude, I forgot what this was supposed to look like. It's like podcast season 2, you know?
That is true. That is true.
That's a
So
good
true.
We can
comparison.
apologize too for last
Yeah.
week. We had a small desync of audio. We also had a little feedback, but overall quality is way better. So
Work in progress.
we're gonna.
Yeah.
Hopefully this week will be good. We tried a different strategy this week for the recording, so hopefully this is timed up for you guys. Thanks for the feedback though, because we wouldn't have known that if you guys didn't give us any feedback or tell us like, hey, I think this was off or that was off. So if there's anything weird,
that's
feel
important. Let us
free
know.
to backseat. Thank you.
We'll take that.
Is this about the time we kick it to After Dark? How does that work? I wasn't here last time.
Are you
What do we
making
do?
the movement now? Are you putting it out there?
Dude,
We
I
have
don't
the
know. I
Twitter
don't know.
Finish
workshop.
the Patreon questions.
Yeah, let's finish the Patreon
Okay,
questions.
I'll run the next one here.
What else we got?
We only had we can let's do this. Let's do one of these and save the next one for next week. How about that?
Okay.
From
What if
Mr.
we get more
Moogie, I like this
questions
question
next
because it kind of relates to earlier. Also, shout out to him. What would you title your memoir? I like that question. It's a good question.
Mine would probably be T Papa Blasted Off.
Damn.
That's actually
Mine would be
good.
Prison Joe, A Life of Width. And I would definitely like to like outline just some of the insane things I've done like simultaneously in my life. Probably that'd probably be, that's what I'd like to hype myself up about. That'd be me though.
I think mine would just be called "Shut Up," which is a little silly at first, but I feel like I used to be a singer. Just there's a lot going into it. Okay, I just feel like that phrase kind of encapsulates me.
You mean like you had all these like aspirations and thing you thought you wanted, and you just like didn't go towards that, and you went away from it, and you're happy with it? Is that kind of what you're trying to encapsulate with that?
Not at all, but that works too. That's for sure.
What's your reasoning for
great.
it then, Zoe?
I feel like, I'm kind of an abrasive personality. A lot of my life, I've gotten into trouble for saying too many things. And then also, we can go into the part where, like, I used to be a singer, used to be an actor, and then I kind of, like, shut up. Like, I stopped doing that, I just, I haven't, listen, I've thought about this for maybe about 30 seconds. I haven't put too much lore into it, but I feel like it could, we could
Yeah,
we
now
could
you're
build
going
on
through like
that.
a podcast stage.
Yeah.
I feel like that's relevant.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I'm in my podcast era. That's so true.
I think I'd call mine Dreams from My Father. You might recognize the name from the former President Barack Obama's memoir title.
Oh, is that what
That
it
is
is?
the most nine-ring title.
Is that what it's titled?
Yeah, you guys never read it?
No.
No.
I haven't. No.
What?
Anybody? Amzy, you read it?
Well.
You're the politician, so.
No.
Okay.
But mine would be titled "Just Literally Keep Vibing."
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Just literally.
Yeah,
Just
Keep
literally.
literally
yeah.
is important.
I feel like you could have a good.
Vibing.
I feel like you'd have like a never-ending flow to your memoir, where it's just like one insane thing to the next, and there's just like no dialogue in between. It just goes to the experiences of your life, just like back to back.
Like a fucking Tucker Max book.
Yeah, I'm just rolling on. Be a good read.
I like that.
You guys all got good names. I feel like I just like, to me, all I'm is like, what if I call mine The Diary of a Young Girl?
What?
That's what Anne Frank's memoir was.
Whoa.
Okay.
You comparing
I
yourself
was
to Anne
like-
You're
Frank?
comparing yourself to Anne Frank right now?
Okay, no. I'm just like that's just
That's
like
what it sounded like. I'm just saying.
Bro, I swear sometimes I'm like, we can't take Ignoble anywhere. We can't take him anywhere, bro.
Taking no anywhere. Not up for that.
That's why you're getting the sympathy fuck, bro. You can't be saying shit like that.
Oh god.
No, it's a good title. It's a good title. Keep it.
Thank you, Zoe. Okay,
Hold
so
on.
what's on my
Yes,
side?
great. It's great.
Is that a sympathy one or is that like
No,
an
it's
actual-
just in the script. Sorry.
Is that a sympathy one? Oh
It's
yeah,
great.
that's good.
I love it.
It's not. She was.
Do you have
genuine.
anything else in mind? Or are you just gonna stick with that? You just really roll with that?
I'll roll with that for now. Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay,
I mean, you're
cool.
not dead
Good
yet,
answer.
so there's always
That's the
time.
thing. It's, I feel like I have
You
so
know?
much of life to go that like
Yeah.
I can't encapsulate all that now. I'm only in my 20s, you know? I got shit to do.
How many more lives do you think we live?
None. Just darkness.
That's too deep right now. I can't.
Hold on, wait. Look, I didn't take my edibles yet, bro.
Let's talk
Chill.
about it on
I
the
went to a
Patreon
really dark
podcast.
place really fast, so
How many seasons have you had in your own life, or how many lifetimes? What do you want to call it? Like, how,
Well, I'll say this: it was pretty cool. Obviously, all of us live stream, even 9rain sometimes. But I had my 2-year partner anniversary, and me and Saintits went through and made a little like cool video, like just a compilation of clips from when I started streaming to now, and we broke it up into seasons. And I have 11 seasons,
cute.
11 seasons in my live streaming career.
Damn.
And it was cool to like see the character development, the changes over those years.
Hey.
So-
Okay, I have a question for you,
Wow.
Seth.
What's the
What
best
was your
season?
what was
Sorry.
your most like what was the season where you say it like all changed the most? Like where was the
Definitely
definitive
season 3. So we're season 4. After like I came back, or no, that's season 5. After I came back, I took a big long break for a job opportunity I had, and I came back after like 6 months, and like everybody was there, like everybody watching me was there, and then yeah, from there it just like just transitioned to just a lot of growth, and then I got partner and everything. So definitely there. It was like when I came back and saw
so
that all the people were still there.
still has hope.
Yeah. Dude, dude, you seen he was gone for months. He came and went live, and there's hundreds of people there loving him, showing him tons of support, like telling him how much they want to be back because he has a real community. So, and that's kind of what solidified it for me. Like you said, when it changed, when I realized, like, oh, I have like a real community of people who support me. It's like after I was gone all that time, I come back and like more than half those people are still there. Like, yeah, that's powerful. So, definitely that.
Hell yeah! Congratulations.
yeah.
To 2 more,
Damn.
hopefully. Anybody else have anything? Any closing thoughts?
Twitter workshop.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I did that last week too. My bad.
Oh shit.
I have a good one this week, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you guys know. I started watching a movie. I only got about a third of the way through it, but I did start watching the first Lord of the Rings.
Oh shit.
And I drafted this. I've seen the third, by the way. It's a long
Best movie
story.
ever.
Okay. Mm.
But I drafted this. I think it's really good. It's just a vape to me is like a ring to Gollum.
I'm laughing at 9rain's reaction. A disappointed father
That's
looking
actually
for the
fucking
side,
fire.
bro. As a Lord of the Rings stand,
That was you,
come on,
dude.
man.
prefaced it with like, "Oh, this is gonna be so like, so in depth
thought-
in the lore," but like,
I didn't say that. I just
what
said
it-
it's good.
what it felt like.
A vape to me is like
understand.
a ring to Gollum. I love that.
It's very true. It's
I do
very,
like it though.
Oh
It's
my
good.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Okay.
working on me. You should send it. I think it's good for you. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
It can't be
Yeah.
worse than what T-Pop was about to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
Thank you. I once watched a homeless guy masturbate for 45 minutes while riding the public bus.
It's Twitter, not like what.
Where's the
Bro, writing
punchline?
his
there a
memoir
punchline?
right now,
Yeah.
bro, on Twitter.
All right,
Part
you ready?
one.
You ready? I got another one.
Okay. Okay.
If
That
sh-
was so bad.
you ready?
I don't know how he does so bad. So wait.
All right, you ready? Ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
If shit suddenly turns gay, you don't want to be the second guy with a boner.
Dude.
Happy Pride Month.
I don't get it.
I don't really get it either. I'm trying to think.
Hamzy gets
It went over my head, kind of.
I get it. I get it.
Hamzy,
It's not gay for
could
the
you
second.
explain
No, I
us the
get it.
character
It's just
development
not
of this
funny.
joke? I would like to hear, bro.
Because then you're the one getting pegged, bro.
Yeah, we get it. It just
Yes.
like somehow like it just doesn't. I don't know.
All right, here's
So
another
you're
one.
insinuating that getting pegged is bad.
I mean, I personally like it, but the joke is just the joke.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily align
Sorry,
with it,
sorry.
but like,
I'm being
it's,
really I'm sorry.
God
so
put his G
then,
spot in men in there for a reason, bro. That's all I'm saying.
oh yeah, if I don't get a little finger, I'm pretty upset usually. Here's one. I don't know about this one. I feel like this one's the worst of the three. I'm not gonna lie. I just like
It
I think
gets
it could be
worse?
funny. I think it could be funny. It's more of like a setup, but like it could go really bad, or like I think people could comment funny responses. And it's sex with blank, and I put like a row of underlines. Sex with blank. Probably doesn't feel consensual, even if it is. And then I'm gonna comment again. I'll start, and then I tag Theo Vaughn. Because I feel like sex with Theo Vaughn.
What are you on right now?
I told you it got worse. Like, I don't know what to I could preface this one. Like this is a workshop. This is a workshop.
Okay.
My
Okay.
tweet is
Fair.
T-Papa
So here's my
I feel like
here's
we.
my
I
feedback.
feel like we. Yeah.
What if we just take all of them and delete them?
I need
What do you
one of
think
them
about
though.
my,
I feel like we hop on here every fucking week, and T Papa brings it to the workshop.
Listen, you weren't here
tweak
last
it a
week.
little,
First
and we
off,
just shit
okay?
on him.
You weren't here last week. Last
Okay.
week was his time to shine.
I feel like we bring it 1 out of 3 weeks, and we bring it to the workshop.
What about I'm not cooked, I'm horny?
That's better. Like, at least it feels like
Yeah.
a joke.
Mine was T-Papa tweets are like a bad infomercial.
They're like good
so true.
they're at least good infomercials. Come on, brother.
I'm not gonna tweet that. I just thought of it though. If anybody wants it.
I thought of a time sensitive one. Right on July 1st, you could tweet, "Pride Month is over. It is now time for Shame Month." I thought that would be pretty funny.
Who are you gonna
Bro.
shame, Night Rain?
No, you don't say, like, you're not making a statement. It's just funny.
I like that. Yeah.
yeah, that's big.
I had
Maybe
two.
somebody
I have
else
one that I'm gonna
from a
go with.
different-
Yeah. Let's go. What you got, Hamzy?
Go on.
So the one that you guys can have if someone wants is imagine looking your baby in the face and naming it Nine Rain.
Okay, that's actually kind of.
Can I have that one then? If you guys
Yeah,
do like
yeah,
my other
take it.
ones,
That's a
bro?
good one.
Okay,
That's
my
solid.
other one is never ask a man his salary, a woman her age, ignoble why he's still doing next after Greenlaw.
Oh, poor guy.
That's pretty good.
Bro.
Wait,
good.
what?
That's. You don't know the
Wait, he
lore?
really?
You don't know the lore, Nine Rain? Oh man.
Roll the-
I have
roll
a
the
green
clip.
light gone. I wouldn't. Oh man.
Roll
I have a
the
green
clip,
log
Saint
index.
Tiss. Roll the clip.
Roll the clip.
Roll the
Goddamn.
clip.
Roll. This is the
Oh,
time
did
we
you,
roll
like,
the clip.
Not get a. You didn't pick up a drop or something, like it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
got
got a
the
drop.
he,
That's
he got
rough.
the he got the horn and he died.
He plays this, yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen the fucking post.
That could
all
happen to
over
you too,
Twitter.
because you're also an Iron Man, so just be wary of that.
Okay, but then I would just buy it on the GE because once it's green logged,
He's
I
not
can
a
do
real
that.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
best
yeah.
part.
So actually, that can't happen to me. That's,
Well,
that's
technically, he's a bronze man. So if he gets it on the log, technically that means he can buy it from the GE.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
Yeah, let's do the
Yeah,
Patreon
dude. Thanks for
podcast.
explaining the joke.
Am I,
Well done.
Am I still high? Wait, what the?
Bro,
what
Hamzy,
Okay,
the
but
fuck
for
was
his
that?
rule.
You're actually
Okay.
still
Let's
on
just
the
name this
edible.
episode character development. And Hamzy, you've gone downhill from the start, okay? What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, this
happening?
is Hamzy's Better Call Saul.
All right, let's fucking
He's-
finish
he's
this episode,
backsliding.
dude. Fuck you guys.
yeah.
All right.
Hamzy's upset.
I
Yeah.
got.
I
I
did
got
not
a
bring me
viewer
back for
submission.
season 2 for those.
You took a pay cut. Dude, all right. I got a viewer submission. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on this one.
Okay.
How to get rid of chlamydia of the throat OSRS.
No. That sounds like a viewer submission, though.
Yeah, sounds like
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
sure.
oh, yeah.
That's it.
That's rough.
My tweet, which is obviously going to be better than the viewer submission,
Surely.
is
Okay.
behind every bad bitch is some pasty Zuckerberg-looking motherfucker.
I like that. I think it's funny.
I like it. I
think
fuck with
it's
it.
funny. I like that. I
My
love that
favorite
about it.
part was how you fumbled the.
You did fumble the delivery,
punch
but
line,
I fucked up the punchline. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's pretty true statement there.
stop.
You've definitely been in public before and just seen some immaculately beautiful woman, and you just see some guy blinding standing next to you, and you're like, there's no way. But you know,
He's got to
He's
have
got
either like a
riz.
fucking 12-inch cock or like a 12-figure bank account.
one of the two, typically, yeah, maybe. Maybe he's a nice guy, you know? Maybe.
He could just be nice.
Do women like nice guys, Zoe?
No.
Thank you. Case closed.
Sorry, ignoble. It's a.
God damn it. Neither of those
no hope
criteria.
for
Fuck
you.
me. God damn it.
Don't skip. We have some news for you because we have recently reworked our entire podcast format. We will still be conducting one normal podcast a week, but now Tier 1 patrons will have access to a weekly exclusive Patreon podcast that's going to be even more based and more after dark. We've also updated our other tiers to include perks that allow you to directly interact with the podcast and influence the topics that we speak about. The Patreon will be linked in the description below.